it's Mary. Welcome to my channel. I thought today we could do a get ready with me. It's date night in Texas on a Saturday night. So my husband and I are going out to eat and possibly listen to some music or something like that. So I thought I would relax, stay hydrated. Oh, I never say that. And just chit chat. Do I know about what? No, I don't. Because today is a new day and I'm not sure what is going to become of it, but I'm here for it. And I hope that you are too. So let's get started. So lately, guys, I have been enjoying this W7. See if we can get a picture of that for you. That's the W7 primer. Glow primer. So we're going to try a little bit of that. And then I'm going back to my Say that I get on Amazon, which is my favorite concealer. So we're going to put a little bit of that on. You know, as you age beautifully, sometimes dramatically, you have to adjust. You have to, what I call, swivel and adjust. So what does that mean? That means that as you age, sometimes, not all the time, not a lot, but it does happen, you wake up one day and you do not like what you see in the mirror. There might be a wrinkle that you didn't see before, a laugh line, although I can't say I'm sorry about any laugh lines because I had a lot of fun making them. You make sure that you have a lot of fun making your laugh lines too, because that's kind of what it's all about. So anyway, sometimes that happens. I'm going to put a little bit on my nose. And sometimes it happens more dramatically. And I had that happen just this year. See how that really highlights that area before I put on my foundation. Really like this product. And it's not expensive. It is Korean. And you know we like that. So anywhoosie whatsy, what was I talking about? Oh, sometimes it's dramatic. And that happened to me this year. I felt like I was kind of holding my own, if you know what I'm saying. And all of a sudden, just need a little bit of this W7 glow up situation. I'll put all this stuff in the bottom so you'll be able to find it if you're interested. It's just, you know, the things that I've been enjoying this summer. Anyway, it happens more dramatically, and you are really taken back. I mean, you are really taken back. And this year, I had a few of those, but the biggest one was a change in my body. Now, I had never had as big a change as what happened. And I was taken very back by it. I would say, I was shocked. I don't know what I'd expected. Because as you age, and I'm talking about aging from 50 up, mostly from 65 up, really. So for my youngings out there, my little 30-somethings that I love so much, this does not apply to you, but the theory of how you handle things does apply to you, you beautiful things, you. So, the big change in my body was almost like I felt bloated all the time. And I sort of just dismissed it, to be honest, guys. And I thought, well, women, we do that, don't we? But the majority of it was in my abdomen and my tummy. And I was really kind of surprised about it because one day I just looked in the mirror and I said, what has happened? Well, what happens, and it's different for everybody. By the way, I'm using my Laura Geller powdered cream foundation, which is what I wear in the summer. I love this. I have it in porcelain. So, what happens is you lose, as you age, a lot of elastin in your skin and in your body. People joke and they say, well, everything's going south, everything's going down. Your breast, your chest goes down, because that happens after childbirth and feeding those babies too. But it really starts to head towards the belly button as you age. So anywho, I apparently have lost like what felt like a sudden thing, in that now I sort of have, I guess, what they call an apron belly, tummy, whatever you want to say. So I weighed the same amount. It wasn't a weight gain situation. And then on top of this change of how my body looked with this sort of skin not being as taut as it was before, a lot of clothes in my closet were not fitting. And I was so frustrated because I thought it was a weight thing. But then I kept seeing that it was the same weight that I had been, forever. Or for a long time anyway. But it just looked different. So I had to have some time to sort of get used to it. And I literally had to change some of my style into a different style. And a lot of things I had to say goodbye to, some shirts that just didn't look like they used to look. So off they go. And that took a while to try on things, to sort of figure out, what did I want to wear to look my best when it's so different than what my best used to be? So what do I do in a store? Where do I go for things that have a little bit more give here than I ever needed? And but I still wanted it to be, a nice silhouette, a nice, all I was ever going for was an hourglass figure, which is what I always had. So I had to do a lot of testing. I had to develop a lot of patience. I mean, honestly, guys, I could have just cried at some points because I had never had a body shaped like that before. With this, I don't know what anybody calls it anymore, but I do hear people on social media calling it, apron or apple. I used to have an hourglass figure. Now I have an apple. Well, I don't know if it's an apple or not because I still, you know, I still have sort of an hourglass, but we're much more into the fruit, pear, apple, farmyard. Anyway, what am I even talking about? Anyway, let's put some contour on. And one of my favorites, all-time favorites, is Revolution. I also like Milani. And you know what? I think I'm going to use Milani today. But Revolution makes a good one too. This is the only two I kept when I was downsizing to come into a smaller home. So, speaking about a smaller home, now my closet's smaller and I have to be much more selective about what I put in there because I have a much smaller area. Makes sense, right? So I have to pick wisely. And all of this consignment shopping, although I love it and I will still do it, I can't do it anymore. Walk into a store and grab something and know it's going to fit me and off I go. That's done with. That's over. That's over, guys. That is so over. So from now on, I'm going to have to try every single thing on because it's not about a size anymore. I may be a size 10 or a size 12 or a size 14. I have no idea because it's all going to depend if it fits the shape of my body now, not then, not even a year ago, but right now at 70 years old. What is going to make me feel comfortable and what is going to, what I think look nice. Let's talk about this. So, and it's not just, I don't mean to say that it's just all about age. It's also about lifestyle. I'm not exercising as much as I used to being older. I do water aerobics. I try to do water aerobics, but I'm not as consistent yet as I want to be, but I'm working on it. So, oh, by the way, I have a new Halo Glow blush e.l.f. And I have two of them, one darker than the other. You can't go wrong no matter what color you get, but I'm going to use this one. This is my new one. I love this one. The one that I have has a little bit more sparkle than this, but I want to try my new one. So anyway, I'm not going to know what size I truly wear. I'm just not going to know. Could be a 10, could be a 12, could be a 14. I don't know. Now, what I wanted to say is this isn't just about aging. I know that everybody is born with a different body type. As I was saying, mine was always hourglass. But I am very height challenged at 5'2", 5'1.5", if I'm being totally honest. I'm very height challenged, and oh, this is pretty. What do you think of this? I know I'm going overboard, but it's one of those days. Do you ever have one of those days? It's like, I don't know. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And I don't care. Mm-hmm. So I know that there are people that carry their weight, obviously, in different ratios and all that. Some people have heavier legs, some people thighs, some people whatever. And of course, I know that. And I was never a thin girl. Maybe for 5 minutes when I was 16. But that's, kind of about it. But I always felt as though I could sort of manage it. Now this is a new ball game. I'm not happy at all about it. But it is what it is. I don't eat sweets. I limit my calorie intake. I do it all. I don't lose any weight. It's just, I think, in my case, an age-related thing versus, just, how I was born, because the apron belly, which is like this, I never had before. I never had that before. I'm just going to hold my brows in place a little bit for tonight. So I'm thinking that I'm going to put on my favorite. You guys might be familiar with this. It is not expensive. This is my Coty Airspun. It's like $5. And it's one of the loveliest powders you'll ever put on. Now, this is not translucent, guys. This does have a color to it, but it sort of gives you that airbrush vibe, which I think is pretty. Plus, when I've got so much shine on right here. So we're going to test this out and see how we do. So anyway, I'm dealing with it. So let's talk about this. When we're kind of surprised by something that happens to our body, or we want a different body. What's that all about? Well, in my humble opinion, a lot of it is social media, whatever you want to say. Everybody, it's changing, thank God. As far as models, and they never looked like the average gal. What's up with that? Why can't we have models that look real, like something, so we can really see how something looks? But that's changing, which is wonderful. Now we have plus size models, what is this plus size? I always remember my husband talking about how embarrassed, because he would have to go to Sears when he was a little boy and get husky for pants, and it would say it on the belt loop, husky. What's that all about? Why can't you just be a size? Why, just to identify what the size is? Why do you have to have some kind of emblem or sign on you that says, oh, I'm a husky, oh, I'm big and tall, oh, I'm slender fit? Why can't you just have some kind of something that we can all, relate to, no matter what size we are? And who cares what size we are? It's really all about health. I mean, when I see young girls talking about their arms, their upper arms, flapping in the breeze rather, don't even talk to me. You don't even know what flapping in the breeze is, okay? You don't even know. Get a little bit older and you'll really know what flapping in the breeze is all about. I know people that literally sweat in the hot weather to wear long sleeves so no one will see their arms. Do I get it? Yes. Do I wish they didn't have to and they can be cool under a tree and just wear a short sleeve? Do I get it? Absolutely. It's the society we live in. That's how I feel. I feel that it should not be the pursuit of how small you are. I think it should be the pursuit of how healthy you are. Today, I'm going to be using my Natural Matte Too Faced. I love it. I use it all the time. I will see a beautiful woman, gorgeous skin, gorgeous everything, beautiful eyes. And she's feeling like because she's not a size 5. Oh no. This is crazy, guys. What are we doing? What are we saying? What's happening? This is crazy. It was crazy when I was a kid, and it's even crazier now. I'm going to go to a smaller brush, guys. I'm going to tell you something right now. You're going to wish you had back the time that you spent not liking yourself because you weren't the size of a model or what you thought was the perfect size. Now, how I'm feeling, guys, is not about the fact that I now have a different shape. It's not about competing with anybody. I was just so surprised and realized that I didn't have a thing in my closet to wear. And it took me a while to realize, okay, just buy a few things as you go along and buy good quality things, because at this age, we need some good material on our backs. But anyway, I don't care what age you are. I don't care what your mother told you. I don't care about what your friend told you. If you're healthy, if you're not healthy, please do something about it and get healthy. Whatever it is you need to do within reason, staying healthy, do it. So you can move better, so you can do better, right? But once you realize that you are healthy, you find clothes that make you feel comfortable. That's number one. You find things that are pretty and fun. Just putting just a little tiny bit of color down here. Just a little. And you be happy with yourself. If you're healthy, you've got everything. I know that sounds trite, and I know it's hard to live in this world where everything is about the size of your dress and how much money you make. But putting that all aside, I need you to love yourself more. I want you to want more for yourself. I want you to realize that you're perfect just the way you are. You don't have to be somebody else. You don't have to be, heaven forbid, ashamed. Sometimes we get shocked. Sometimes we weren't, we weren't ready for it. Okay. And it may take a little bit of time for me to get used to this new body. But this is a body that is 70 years old, who had children and breastfed and worked hard my whole life. And this is my body at 70. This is my body. It's okay to be shocked by it. It's okay to say, what? But at the end of the day, I have 2 bags that are going to some people who could use them at Goodwill. That don't fit me any longer, or fit me and don't look the same. And I have enough. And each piece that I buy from now on will be very, very calculating. I have this terrible habit of just buying things online, not returning them. And it's not right. And I still don't do anything about it. It's a very bad habit, and I've stopped doing it. Okay, kids. I got this great new brush. I love it. It's by CONAIR, and it has like boar bristles. I really like it. So, don't let anybody put you down. You just be you. Concentrate on being healthy. Concentrate on a life that pleases you. Try not to think too much about what other people think. I frankly think you're gorgeous, just the way you are. Okay, we're going to finish off with a little lipstick. Guys, this is new. And it's the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. And I cannot tell you how impressed I am with this. I will link it in the description. I heard somebody online talk about it. And they said that they felt it was the best out there. And you know what? It is. It is silky. It is smooth. Hope you can see it. It is easy to apply. It is moisturizing. It is all the things. Go out and get some. I got it on sale for $5 or $6 on the Amazon thing. But I will be buying more colors. I couldn't believe I tested this. It stayed on for hours, even when I ate. I don't know. The other thing I want to show you is one of my new ensembles. Just going to kick my chair out here a little bit, guys. And this is a little vest that I got on Amazon. And this was something I knew would fit me because it's adjustable. It has little pockets. Let me just see if I can give you a better view of this. You can see 3 buttons, 3 or 4 buttons. And then in the back, guys, it just ties around my neck and ties around the back. And it's very loose in the front.